All right, GMGM guys. Hope everyone is
Hi.
having an amazing start of the week. All right,
GM guys.
yeah, especially now it's been a while we saw you here. It's been about I think 3 days or 2 days since we saw you.
Yeah, yeah, but it doesn't feel as if I missed out too much because if we check the markets, as if the market is just taking back everything that it has given us in
Yeah,
the past few, let's say few weeks.
yeah. Um, I'm supposed to post. I'm supposed to post this link in the Telegram. I'm supposed to post this link. Let me see if I can do it because my phone is not close to me here. Okay, so let me see if I can get this posted. Yeah, no problem. You can proceed. You can proceed while I try to post this in the Telegram. What do you think about
Yeah.
BTC? We saw a bounce yesterday night. We went all the way down to about 86K before we got the bounce. What do you think? Do you think this is the bounce that takes us all the way to 90K and 95K? Or do you think we're ranging?
Well, I haven't specifically charted the Bitcoin, looked at the Bitcoin chart, so I can't categorically say that this is the bounce that gets us above 95 and to continue the uptrend. But it was something that is anticipated, right? That we get a retrace, and with that retrace, we could now get our normal continuation of the trend, right? It's well expected
Yeah.
because generally we've expected this month of January to be a massively green month, right? And if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last week, or probably yeah, this should be the last week. Maybe there might be a day or two that might spill
Of
over
the
to
month.
next week. Yes, of the month. So I'm expecting for it to be like a green month, okay? But if things go sideways or if things go the other way, I wouldn't really be shocked, right? Because I keep on saying this thing: the market is not exciting for me yet. It's the least exciting for me, to be honest, because instead of us approaching the prices that I think we should approach, the prices of September, the prices of early October or late September, basically, we are still, in some cases, we're even going slightly, most likely below those prices. Okay, so it's not exciting yet. I've not gotten to that point where I say, oh, nice, we are bouncing, things are getting excited, but we're not there yet. So basically, for me, I'm still standing on the sidelines. That's just it. I encourage people, even if you're standing on the sidelines, it's either you're accumulating high cap or mid cap coins that are very solid. We're talking about the likes of, say, Solana, BNB, AVAX, really solid tokens, right? Those ones that you're sure of, say, long term, you're sure of maybe the 2x or a 50%, right? So that when they want, because those are like the indicators too that the market is turning for the good. Now, when we start seeing prices, let's say September prices, you cannot sell off those tokens and use them to buy your favorite mid cap and low cap coins. So let's say you had Naira and you just don't want to keep the money as fiat, right? You just want to put the money in crypto unless you're going to eat it. Then you're safer buying, let's say, Bitcoin or Ethereum or AVAX, and then holding those ones, once those ones start to move 15%, 20%, you now start looking at the alts also. If they are approaching September prices or they are at September prices, then you can now sell off those mid cap, high cap coins and then use it to buy the lower cap coins. I've not seen that particular move yet for alts. I don't know why. Maybe there's little to no retail interest, because I remember you were telling me the last time you checked the chart, one of the times you checked the chart, you told me that there was a little liquidity in the market because the way Bitcoin dumped a few weeks back. So that might be it. There might be very little liquidity in the market. So except when those liquidity come in, we start seeing those forms that I will get excited. And that excitement, trust me, that excitement would come when we start seeing like a 10x, 5x, 6x pumps. I'm not excited for the 6x, 7x pumps. Rather, I'm excited that yes, the market or the price of these tokens are getting to their September prices. So that's basically what I'm looking out for, for the general market.
All right, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, so GM everyone. For those just joining, please feel free, share the link, invite anyone you want to, share it on X, share it on your status, your stories, and different other platforms that you can. Let's grow the numbers that we have live. Please, we urge you, try and do that and invite someone. Yeah, so we'll be looking at the markets, we'll be talking about some projects and also our buyers and also trade opportunities. So before we jump to BTC charts, let's look at overall sentiment today. Let's switch to top 100 cryptocurrencies. Hope my screen is visible. So in the last 1 week, we have a very obvious winner here, Riva. Yeah, Riva has been performing amazingly well. And we told you guys personally, I said I exited around $17 and I didn't get in again. Even when it came back to $17 barely 2 weeks ago, I still didn't get in. Today is above 80, which is a huge run. Like that's well over 3-4x run, which is very, very good profit. Now, there's one funny thing about this Riva. I don't know if other persons noticed it. The first time I saw this Riva, it was after I watched the movie Jackal sometime September, October, and this Riva was still below $1.6, 1.6, 1.8. And I could remember thinking, are you sure this is not the token in that movie, Jackal, the Jackal? So this is now film. If you check, I think it's not on Prime, so on Showmax. If you check Showmax, you'd see it. I remember asking myself, is it that token? Because in that movie, the projection was it's going to be very, very huge, like very, very huge. And after viewing the movie, I now noticed it on CoinMarketCap. And then the valuation was extremely low. It was something dollar barely. So I was like, nah, this can't be the token. But I was just surprised that a movie I just finished watching barely 3 days ago, only for me to start seeing the token before it started gradually moving. And to see now that this same Riva is in billions, the FDV, just takes me back to the movie every time I see it. Like, it takes me back to the movie. Maybe they helped sponsor the movie. Maybe they were part of the people that paid for the production. I don't know. But that coincidence is there. And also now that it's extremely big, it just keeps bringing that to my mind. But yeah, this is one of the biggest projects in terms of performance. It has done over 20x from December till date, over 20x, and it keeps running. And the crazy thing is, there isn't even much buy volume like that, like you expect 500 million, 800 million. No, it ranges between 60 to sometimes maximum 90, 100 million trading volume daily, which highlights what I said sometime last week or 2 weeks ago about Riva. It's very possible that most persons faded it, and there's now like that supply shock. That's why you're seeing that insane pump. But however, if you haven't sold, please ensure you take capital, take profit. Don't ever try to be the one to catch the top. Yes, because your greed will keep telling you to go higher and higher and higher. So you can leave a moon bag, sell, take out your capital, take out your profits, and leave a moon bag. It's fine. I don't know why I didn't leave a moon bag, but yeah, you can do that. It's basically very fine. So other coins are just pretty average, nothing serious. So we're switching to the charts. Let's look at what's happening on the charts. So here we have the charts. This is a trade that I drew for BTC BTC. That was anticipating. Please hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Hope you can see my screen, please. Screen. Can you see my screen trade that I took last night? It's a trade I've been anticipating for a while now for BTC. So it triggered late last night, almost 11, 12 at night, like say 10 hours ago, thereabouts. That's when it triggered. And I'm expecting BTC to get back to this level. That's where I'm expecting it to. So I'm still observing the trade basically. So it will be interesting for if BTC can be able to go above this level. It's on a daily chart, by the way. If BTC can be able to go above this level. Now, if you guys recall, this is today's candle, the green candle. If you guys recall, there was something that that was said, which was I said that I think on Friday that last week's candle was very bad. It cancelled out profits made in previous weeks. Yet, so you can see how bad last week candle was. It was very, very bad. It took us all the way back to December. And I made it obvious that this week's candle should be, I'm expecting it to be green this week. Even if it doesn't go to break this high of last week candle, at least should fill up this whole gap. So that was my expectation. That was also one of the things that made me take this trade Sunday night. Also, if you factor in what we always see, which is market pumps from Sunday into Monday, expect to see a market pump. So when you look at what I said last week about where the candle closed, and you factor in the fact that we're getting into a new week, Sunday, Monday, market tends to pump 7, 8 out of 10 times. You'd have taken this long, basically. You should have taken this long, unless we just didn't look at the markets, but you should have anticipated this and should have taken it. And when you also look at this gap here, you'll know that there's every tendency that BTC would get to as high as 89K. So I'm currently on that trade, Now, what are we expecting? If you notice something, BTC losing this level, because we lost this level and dropped all the way down to this level, it forced certain altcoins down, like it forced them down. Even SUI, our SUI trade was tested. It brought SUI down to a very, very good level, about 1.36 and 1.34, something like that. Brought SUI down because I had to add more SUI positions for long to bring down my overall entry. That was what I had to do when SUI dropped to around this level 1.3 something. I had to add long. So I think now that SUI is here, I should be in profit because my average entry now is somewhere here. That's where my average entry should be now. So I'm like in profit in the SUI trade. And that's also because, like I said, I didn't set anything like break even on SUI trade. My SL was still here. So seeing it down here while BTC was on that support level yesterday, I just had to build up more positions. So now I have broken even technically and in profit. So these are like some of the things you want to pay attention to when managing your trades. So I'm still observing BTC action. Now, by the way, I don't recommend this if you're not good at trade management. I don't recommend it. You can just stick to putting your entry, your SL, your TP, and adjusting your SL accordingly to either break even when it goes up or to secure profits when it goes to a reasonable level, when it gets to a reasonable level. Now, for altcoins, I'm still standing on business, which is I don't advise anyone to take so much positions on altcoins right now. Just be on the sidelines, observing what's happening with the altcoins, because most of these alts are too volatile right now, and you don't want to go risking it. most of these altcoins, they are just too volatile. You don't want to go risking it, except for maybe like the likes of Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum looks solid, except for the likes of Ethereum that won't be that volatile. Even if it is going to reverse back faster than most other altcoins. Then BNB, let me check BNB where BNB is right now. Just briefly to check BNB. Another thing you want to ensure is you don't want to jump into too many trades when the market is looking this way, unless you're shorting. If you're shorting, then you're actually not trading against the trend. You're trading in the right direction of the trend. That way, you can take 4 or 5 shots, different pairs, and manage the trade properly. I don't know why I can't see. Okay, this is BNB. Yeah, so we have BNB. You can see how BNB keeps going down, staying on a downtrend, making a lower low. If BTC fails to reverse, it's still going to continue until most likely gets to this level. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm not touching BNB until I see this whole trend line cleared. So I'm waiting. If BNB gets to like this level, yes, I'll be very interested. And for BNB to get here, then BTC has to do something very bad for BNB to get here. But yeah, then I'll be really, really interested in going long on BNB. But for now, I'm still waiting until I see like a clear change in direction of what BTC and BNB is actually planning to do. So next, let's look at the project ORAI. I'm supposed to look at the ORAI chart. So the ORAI team here, we get it that the market is bad and all, but that aside, I feel they haven't made the most. They haven't made the most of promises and all they've said. Like sincerely, they haven't. So ORAI has been on a insane downtrend and dump, which obviously I know it is easy for it to bounce back above $1. I know. But so far so good. The team isn't doing good at all. They're really, really messing up. For ORAI to have dumped this much in about a month. I know I told you guys that I've stopped buying more. I'm not buying again. I know I said that. For ORAI to have dumped this much from as at December 11th, ORAI was at $1.3. December 11th, ORAI was at $1.3. You can see it here clearly, $1.3 as at December 11th. And right now is at 43 cents. That's brutal. That's very, very bad. There's nothing good about that. If you go back further to November 24th, you see it was at 1.6 or thereabout. And right now it's 0.43. That's like very, very bad. It means if you had $1,600 in ORAI right now, that $1,600 be like $450, which is terrible. Most altcoins didn't dump that much. And if you also check the fact that it has been on this slow dump, even when other coins try to like perform, we still keep seeing the same thing. You can see from August we're at around $4 in second and third week of August, and you can see where we're at right now. So if you had $10,000 in ORAI as at August, right now your 10K is approximately $1,100 or $1,200. So it's terrible. It's really, really, really terrible. That's not good for any project whatsoever. So my advice for those that don't have any exposure, no issues, you can actually throw in money into ORAI if you have zero exposure. But for those that already have and you've done like first DCA, second DCA, probably third DCA, I sincerely don't advise for that DCA. No, until you see like a break out of this whole downtrend structure. At least you should be able to see like a clear break that is sustainable. Preferably a break above $1. Preferably a break above $1. If you can see a break above $1 and it is sustained and moving towards the upside, that makes sense. That's perfect and that makes total sense. But if we can't see something like that, then I sincerely wouldn't really advise accumulating more. So for Ori, what I want to see is it gets to a point and consolidates. We haven't seen consolidation yet even. We're about to between 70 cent and 90 cents, or we sincerely went lower. So we need to see like a consolidation zone. We break towards the upside before we can now start looking at anything positive. Next, I also said something about gold movement. Let me search it out here. I said it last week. When I said last week, gold was at 4,920, I think, something like that. Today, gold has created a new all-time high, going to almost 5,100, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's created a new all-time high, which is insane. Like gold has been on a constant pump, doing what BTC is expected to do. Now, for those that would love to trade gold, gold is obviously tradable on Bybit, crypto platforms these days. You can trade gold. You don't need to switch to other brokers. You can actually trade it on crypto platforms. It's there. So I think we'll soon start looking at the gold charts. We'll start looking at it soon, and we'll start maybe coming up with trades to like trade gold, and we just need to decide on what time frames we'll be trading. If it's 15 minutes or if it's be 1 hour and 4 hours time frame. Personally, I noticed that this period for some months now, about 4 or 5 months, it's been performing very well for swing traders, like really, really well for swing traders. So swing traders, they're exposed to less risk. Imagine if you longed, just like we trade crypto. Imagine if you longed BTC or Ethereum since last year October, like we did, and you had your stop loss at a very reasonable level. Until date, it's still pumping and going higher and higher and higher. That's just an example of what gold did. You can see it here. This is a daily chart, by the way. Just let me just check something briefly. You can see what's happened here with gold. So you can notice that from this is last year May, when we were talking about gold being low and BTC being low before it pumped, and we said soon BTC will start pumping too since gold has started moving. This was last year May, and it was 3K plus. And right now it has done about 100%. Even BTC hasn't done 100% from the same time till date. In fact, BTC hasn't even done 50%, I don't think so, from the same time. So imagine if you were long somewhere here, or you were long somewhere here or here or here, and you had like a reasonable SL, and you're a swing trader willing to hold your long positions for long, you would almost be running risk-free at a point. Yet you would almost be running risk-free. And next, if you notice, when gold dumps, yes, it does some sharp dumps, like where it is right now. If it dumps, it might dump all the way. Whenever it chooses to dump, it might dump all the way from here to like maybe somewhere around here. It can do that. But how frequently do you see those kind of dumps? It's not common. It's rare, because we're looking at an asset that, as at last year, its valuation was 22 trillion. Right now, that it has added almost another 20%. Yet within 2 months or thereabout, that's added almost more. That's added over 10-15%. You can imagine what the value would be in total market cap, just based on the move it has done this year, which is about 13-14% move. You can imagine how high it would be. So the point is, it's not easy for an asset that is valued at over 20 trillion to do crazy dumps. It's not easy. Also, trading an asset that is valued at over 20 trillion, it's easier to be able to like tell the buy levels, the sell levels with liquidity, and ones without. The only challenge that you might face, please hope you can hear me. All right, good. Please hope you can hear me. Please, can you hear me? Hope I'm not speaking to myself. Please, anyone in the audience that can hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you. My
Okay,
stuff just froze a bit. Yes.
okay. So the only challenge you might face is because since it's on price discovery, because right now gold is on some huge price discovery. It's been on that for some weeks now too, but going above 5K level puts it on another level of price discovery. Yeah, so the only challenge is you don't want to go in too aggressive at lower time frames because anything is possible. But however, we'll start looking at gold charts, the opportunities it presents. We'll then take some trades on lower time frame, and we'll also take some trades on the higher time frame. Because on the lower time frame, you can see that yes, there are corrections, there are sharp corrections. You can clearly see that. But on the higher time frame, it looks like it's quite stable. This was a very good opportunity for gold, by the way. I think this was last night when it opened. Yeah, this was last night when this week's trade started. But yeah, this was a very good opportunity if you are taking it on crypto platforms, because on crypto platforms like exchanges, gold is always tradable Saturdays, Sundays, but on brokers you can't trade it Saturdays and Sundays. You have to chill till the market opens. So for crypto platforms, this would have been like a very, very good trade if I had seen it, or I have not seen it. But yeah, this would have been like a very good trade for gold. And this would have only been possible on the lower time frame. So something you can see it here. This would have been a good trade for gold. So gold tends to respect its price levels, which is it's actually a good thing. And it makes it a good asset for like trading. Yeah, so I think that's all for gold. For the crypto market, we didn't take any fresh trades. We're still observing BTC. AR should be able to present some opportunities. Let's look at AR before we round up. All right, so AR is looking good, at least on 5 minutes. Still on the downtrend. It's kind of risky, very, very risky. Trying to jump into AR here. Still risky trying to jump into AR here, so we'll just wait that out. We'll wait it out. All right, so if you have questions, that was the best time to start dropping your questions, please. If you have questions, start dropping your questions. Lastly, we look at CoinGecko just to check what the top tokens are doing. We'll have a guest that will join us later this week, guys. We'll have a guest, probably Wednesday or Thursday. We'll have a guest that will join us later this week. So look at CoinGecko. There are some memes that did some good numbers. Base meme did well, over 300%. We did well. I didn't buy, but I had like a little that I was holding for a while. One of the projects that were invested in that I bought based on that was like a gamble. Sora hasn't dropped any message. They haven't dropped any tweets. It's still going down. Currently at 120k FDV. Still holding. I'm still watching. Now here's Riva. Riva is now among top 1,000 cryptos. That's performed very well, like very, very well in this very terrible market. So you can see Riva. Riva was barely 50 million FDV. As that's when I first saw it. Barely 50 million. I think as last 37, 38. Now you can imagine where it is at. So it has done an insane 30x plus. Like, this is what the bull market should look like. Now, if you notice the trading volume, like I said, most times this is what you see as a trading volume. I don't want to believe that the price is manipulated. I sincerely don't want to believe so. But what I would say is take profits. Whenever you get profits, take out capital, take out profits, and leave a moon bag. Yeah, so especially I don't know what other stuff you have to share for us, if any, you can share it now before we round up.
You basically touched all the parts. Just a bit on Sura, because everybody's just disappointed at the silence of Sura. But for those that have staked, when they go back to their sites, they can now see their staked amount and everything that was not there before. So I don't know if they are working in the background. I don't know what their gameplay is, but hopefully, maybe in the coming weeks, we see Sura get to the price that we want. But if they are actually back and people can be able to unstake what they've staked, and if they don't give any information on their X, we could see Sura go to lower prices, because if most people are able to unstake their Sura and Sura has not said anything, those people are going to immediately dump Sura. Okay, so we might be seeing lower prices. But if we get a tweet from Sora or something more important from Sora, then we could probably start to move forward. But right now we are really, really, really down. So I think you might even need to do as much as 10x, or slightly above 10x to get back to the price we were around September. So that would give you an idea of how far Sora has done. So that's just it, basically, from me at this point.
All right, guys. So we don't have any questions here. Just greetings, GM, and lots of good morning from everyone. So, guys, see you guys tomorrow, same time. If we're able to get any reasonable trade in the market or a clear direction, we'll let you guys know. Remember, BTC hasn't given us any clear direction yet. It hasn't until we break above this level. Just to show you guys BTC chart, until we break above like this level and go clean above this level. This is like even the major level that I'm waiting for us to break, so that we can see like a clear direction towards the upward side. For now, we're still most likely down and altcoins are still bleeding. So apply caution, except you're a futures trader, then you can search for some short opportunities. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.